What is up, guys? I'm here in beautiful Berlin right now, and today I'm going to explain to you how to take aesthetic modeling photos for your portfolio and also how to look effortless on camera while you're posing. So let's do this. So step number one, the first thing you obviously have to take care of is to look well groomed, have your hair styled, have your skincare applied, and obviously be in the best shape possible, because the more confident you are, better you will look on camera. And obviously confidence aligns a lot with looks, and the more ripped you are, the better in shape you are, the better your skin looks and your hair looks. Definitely will help you to perform the best while taking photos. Guys, and then if you've taken care of all of those things, the next step obviously is picking the right outfit. So today I'm wearing a leather jacket, I'm wearing a black t-shirt underneath, a little bit of a wider cut pants, some cool shoes, and this is an outfit I feel confident in. And I think, guys, the most important thing when taking photos is to wear an outfit that you actually feel confident in, because it will accentuate your best features and it will give you the right amount of confidence to actually look your best on camera. So now that we've picked the outfit, we're well groomed, the first step always is finding the right location. So let's take a walk here in Berlin and try to find the best location for our modeling style aesthetic photos. Let's keep going. So when it comes to finding a location, it can be a little bit difficult depending where you are, of course. Here in Berlin, it's relatively easy because we can either go with a very simple wall like this, because it accentuates what we're wearing and it's not too distracting. It can also work pretty well for modeling Polaroids, for example. But if you want to create a little bit more of an eccentric and opulent atmosphere, you can also choose one of the plenty old money style buildings here in Berlin, those historic buildings, because it really elevates your image and it makes you look a lot more special on the photos that we're about to take. So I think we're going to start with this more simple wall and then work our way up towards a more elevated location. Okay, guys, next, talking about equipment. We have a phone right here and we have a camera right here. And it doesn't have to be this specific phone or this specific camera, but I think what's very important is trying to figure out which look you want to go for. If you want to focus more on lifestyle photos that seem natural and relatable, definitely go for an iPhone. If you want to focus on modeling photos that are a lot more professional, the camera is definitely the right way to go. I will demonstrate now on both devices how to pose perfectly for those photos and how to frame the pictures so they look the way that you want it to look. Alright, guys, so when standing in front of a wall like this, there's usually two options I like to go for. I either do a full body photo because it really accentuates the outfit I'm wearing, or I do some kind of half portrait. And actually, when taking those photos on iPhone, it's important that you use two different settings. So you can use the 1x setting in order to take the photos that are more far away and demonstrate your full look, or you do a 2x or even 5x setting. Alright, guys, now that we framed the photo perfectly on our iPhone, now it's time to talk about posing. And I know you asked me so many questions about it in the comment section, and it is quite a difficult thing, not gonna lie. It took me a long time from being a young male model to the guy that I am today, that I had to learn how to pose well on camera. And I will tell you a few tips and tricks right now. So firstly, it's very important that you figure out how your face looks on camera. And the best way to do that is just have someone take a photo of you, take a photo frontal, side profile, and other side profile. And just looking at those photos, you will probably get an intuition about which side of your face looks the best. For me, it's definitely a mix between front on and the side profile, so kind of like this 3/4 look. So we're standing in our frame. My friend, who's the lovely photographer today, is taking some photos with the iPhone of me on 2x. So what I like to do, I stand in my frame, I lean on the wall, and then I kind of push my feet a little bit forward, take my hands, put them in my pockets. So I stand like this comfortably in front of the wall, and then I just tilt my head towards the side where I feel like my side profile looks a little bit better. So I tilt my head towards this side, and I try not to just stare into the clouds, but I try to fixate on one point, try to focus on it while having my side profile a little bit shown. I will also demonstrate to you how to kind of free flow and pose just while standing on the wall in a very natural way, so it doesn't look too staged. Okay, now that we've took the lifestyle photos in front of this simple wall, we're here in this super beautiful historic old money style location, and we're now going to take some more intimate modeling photos with this camera right here. And you will see there's a clear differentiation in how I pose, because this is a lot more portrait style, this is a lot more personal and intimate, so I have to actually play a little bit more with my expressiveness in my face, and I'll explain to you how to pose ideally for photos like this that you can, by the way, use perfectly for your modeling portfolio as well. So let's get started. So in my opinion, it's always good to find a seated position. So same principle, we want to know which side of our face looks the best. So like I said, my left side looks better. My jawline seems a bit sharper. And therefore, we want to tilt our body slightly towards this side. Because in my opinion, sitting full frontal looks a bit awkward. So we want to actually accentuate our legs, make them a bit longer. So we kind of sit like this towards the side. We can put our arms on our knees like this. And then we can, first of all, look in the distance again. That will help us actually feature our jawline, and we have a long neck. We never want to sit like this. We always want to make our neck as long as possible. And then, like I said before, trying to stay within the flow. So what I like to do is just play with my pockets, play with my jacket. Kind of like anything you can grab with your hands, so your hands are not just in the way like this, will help the photos look so much better. So you can put your hands here on your collar, do something like this, do something like this. You know, put them in the pockets. Change your leg position a little bit, change your arm position. You can also take your jacket off. You know, these are also great photos while you're in a movement, so while you take the jacket off. So now we're actually getting rid of the jacket. We can use our jacket as an accessory again, put it kind of right here, so this looks a lot more natural. We can also throw the jacket away. I'm gonna give it to my cameraman. Yeah, and then we can just try to be as natural as possible. So we can do a pose like this. My signature pose, which I like to do, is kind of put my hand here and do something like this. Have this like moody look in your face. What you can also do is just play with your facial expressions. So I will demonstrate in a very extreme way right now. So we can try to do like more of the blue steel modeling pose. So we can kind of sit like this. Or we can also do something a little bit more casual and natural, like a smiling picture. Just try to like laugh at your own joke. That usually helps. You know, put our arm up to show our gains. There's many different options. I think the most important thing is just practice makes perfect. So practice as much as you can, and also make sure to stay in those natural flows. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it's very hard to explain. Obviously, locations like these help because it will just accentuate your photo and make it look a lot more impressive. But like I said before, even with an iPhone in front of a wall, definitely works as well.